Let's resume. You have survived your joining and harrowing. The joining was actually more harrowing than the harrowing, interestingly. Your initiation into the Grey Warden rank. You load more quickly than expected by the people who are writing this text. Anyway, he and I are off to light the beacons, which are this way. I remember when I was making my way down, I said I'd kind of like to go for the slightly punk aesthetic. I have not seen anyone look less punk than that hat. One day more. Well, this is ominous. Happy doggos. Chantry be chanting.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The blight ends here.
Only 4 hours into the game, I doubt this. Well... Pleasant bunch. Always amazes me how good mindless thugs are at mental work. That's
Archers!
Oh. Is that a graphical glitch or magic? It's so hard to tell. Magic? I think magic. Either way, it's working. I don't know why they didn't respond to the word hounds, but someone pointing wordlessly behind them. That's an order we can follow.
For Ferelden!
And for doggo! Oh no, they've got magic arrows too. Or just fire. But fire arrows without magic don't tend to work very well. So I'm going to assume magic.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the tower of his...
Of Ish? The Tower of Ish. To the Tower of Ish! Little more emergency! Little more than a brisk jog, please. Good lord.
Help me, they're everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
Oh,
what
great.
are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then
Well.
we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
I thought that was what we were here for anyway. Isn't it? Lighting the beacon?
There! More of the beams ahead!
Oh ho. Okay. How about you, Oh, I've got more allies. That's good. Yeah.
It shall be done.
Maybe,
Let us do it quickly.
Oh, no, 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 don't do that, no. Ah, he's keeping up. Not anymore, he's not. Oh. Oh, didn't even see you.
Very well. Quickly, we must fight!
Ah, I didn't expect them to get there in time. Come on, there we go.
You.
Where are more? I hear more. Okay. She doesn't hear more. That's fine.
It shall be done.
Stuff. I like the range with which you can loot a body. Oh, rough leather armour. I like the sound of that. And an iron dagger. Can I equip iron armour? Leather armour. Iron armour. Leather. Yes. But it doesn't increase my willpower and magic. So this is actually still good stuff to be having. Right. I'm not hugely keen on the controls here, but they're alright. Zap 'em.
I shall do it. It shall be done.
Okay. Excellent health poultice. They're always good. Speaking of which,
It is begun.
you use one.
As you wish.
And now go back to someone I actually understand the abilities of because I chose them. Oh, hello there. Get myself away from you. Freeze you. Oh, hello. More stuff. What are you? You're a Herlock Alpha. How about you stop? Hello, guys. Oh, for those of you late to the party, so far, the tower has been taken. Who could have foreseen our excellent plan going awry? Stop it! You do not have that much range with your axe. What? When did I switch character? Oh. When I died. Okay. Left. There's one more, and I can't see him to target him. He's dead. Excellent. Manawidan, please get up. Please have loot. That's disappointing. Okay, where did Manawidan die? Over here. Hello. Let's get up. Thank you. That was uncalled for. Just frankly vile. Yes, the tower has been taken. Because Darkspawn came from beneath. A rogue who attacks while stealth is guaranteed a critical hit on the first attack, provided the attack is successful. Yay, sneak attack. Well, that's lots of dead soldiers. Well, wow. Okay.
It is begun.
Let's start with that. No, you don't need to get that close. You don't need to get close. You don't need to get close. You ranged wazzock. Fucking hell!
Quickly, we must fight.
You don't need to get close. Stop getting close to use your ranged attacks.
I shall do it.
Okay. That was quick. What the fuck just happened there? What are you supposed to do? The ground just turns into fire that kills you instantly. You've only got one range character and she insists on walking into it.
Very well. As you say.
No, 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 no. Don't get close.
Shall be done.
Okay, bring them here. And just... Why not shooting me? Everyone else is running in and, don't! Stop running in! Trap triggered. That's not nice. You there, who are you? You're fine, you don't even have a name. You're okay. You're just indestructible. You're running into the fire. Stop being on fire. Come on, talk. What the? You fuckers are still alive.
It is begun.
You heal a lot. You have no health poultices. That's not good. You need them. You're bleeding. How about you use that? You're coughing blood. Well, isn't that nice? So how about you start off by stopping dying? And heal a bit. Health poultices! Excellent, just what I need, not death. Ah, not even lesser ones, just actual ones. Ah. Death root extract. That's pleasantly named. Malachite. All these soldiers equipped for the battle they were going for, and you've just got a shiny rock. Insufficient skill. Either of you rogue? Well, that was eventful.
As you say.
Ah! No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. What are you? You say there's so many of them? Oh, there are more of them. Okay. Why are there so many?
Very well. It has begun.
Okay. What have we just... I have insufficient skill to open a box. Do you ever feel incompetent? Try having insufficient skill to open a box. Oh, a silver bracelet. Does it do anything? Let's see, does the silver bracelet do anything? No. It would appear not. It's just a thing. I think that's the room we were just in. Yeah. Where they came through the floor.
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs
Very well.
Loghain to charge.
Okay, what have we got here?
As you say.
Standard boots by the looks. Come on, attack. Attack. There we go.
Give them the advantage. Quickly, we must fight.
Here we go. That's better. Well, gifts. You have found a gift. You can give it to one of your party members by opening the inventory screen, switching to the party member, then right-clicking on the item and selecting Gift from the radial menu. Each party member has a favourite type of gift, and certain items are so precious to a particular character that others will refuse the gift outright. Okay. Your camp is a great place to gift items, because party members are sometimes reluctant to talk about themselves on the open road. Onwards and upwards, scrap metal and short lengths of wire may not look like much, but a skill check.
What are these darkspawn doing ahead
Okay.
of the rest of the horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
You could try telling them they're in the wrong place.
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Taron Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
Couldn't they just use all these fires? A lot of things here are on fire. Oh, that's a lot of people. And now run! Because you are squishy. Well,
As you say. I shall do it.
come on. It's really hard to tug when your allies keep getting in the way. Ah. There we go.
Must gain the advantage. It is begun.
Was that her shouting, "We must gain the advantage"? Floor spa. Okay. Right, we're on the second floor. Being attacked quite often. I thought I already looted that corpse, but it has a metal shard. Okay, let's get ready for what's through here.
It shall be.
Hey, what? You lot, have frosty weapons.
Fail.
You there, please die. Oh, there's only one left. We've been doing battle for a while,
It shall
love.
be done.
Hence the corpses.
It is begun. As you say.
I swear the heroes in fantasy novels do much less looting. Insufficient skill. Damn boxes. Right. Use the walk icon underneath the party's portraits or press H to disable group movement.
Logain better be ready
At
to
least it got
charge
to the
as
end
soon
of
as
the
we light the
sentence.
signal. The king is depending on us.
Oh dear. What is there? Oh, hello. How's about I get back a bit? You there. Just cease. Heal. You. Run. Ow. That hurt.
As you say.
Lightning. Aha, dead things. My favourite kind of enemy. Well. Okay, ranged one. Deal with the ranged ones. Yes, but little of it's ours. So that's alright, right? Ooh, weapon stand. This weapon stand. With swords all the way down, it contains one item. An axe. That's... Sure, why not?
I shall do it.
Health poultice! They might have health poultices which look like they might come in handy at the moment. Because, that said, since that sudden, inexplicable, complete and utter death of everyone, We've not actually been having that bad a time here. Have we now?
I shall do it. It is begun.
That lever over there.
Deal with.
Quickly, we must fight!
Fine, telling what. Doggo! Oh, why can't I release Doggo to fight with us?
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs Loghain to charge.
Can't we let the dogs out?
It shall be done. As you said.
That's what you were talking about a lever for.
As you say.
Boxes. I know it's worst enemy. Boxes. Okay.
It shall be done. It shall be done.
Okay, which one are you? You're that one. Okay, that one's stunned. You heal him.
Very well.
That's finally learning to use this thing. That hat is goddamn ridiculous. I ain't got a clue. Apparently it helps though. You know what? How about you do another heal? Where is he? He's there. Can you do him a heal, love?
At your order.
Him, not a heal. I was well out of range of that melee attack.
Let's have at it!
That was pleasant.
Now I'm all light-headed.
Are you now? Well, you heal quickly out of combat. That's something. Great. Excellent. Does anyone have injuries at the moment? I'm bleeding. Well, that won't have been helping. You're fine. You're just covered in blood. But I dare say the vast majority of it isn't yours. You don't even have a name. You're fine. You're a dick! Fine. Can't hear me. Small pleasures. Well, hey! Oh, the notes about gifts were still there. So apparently that's what the silver bracelet is. It's a gift. Oh. No. I'm misreading that map. It's through here.
As you say.
Well, I'm glad her reactions are better than mine.
As you say. I shall do it. As you say.
Get the thingy. Okay.
Very well. As you say.
You don't have to respond to everything.
I
Let's
shall
have
do
a
it.
look at the weapons. The grey iron axe, as opposed to a regular iron axe, which is boxes. Well, I suppose most of the weapons there are purple for some reason, so maybe grey iron axe does have to be said to specify it from a purple iron axe. Willpower determines a character's ability, available mana, and stamina. Well, that's that is. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have a look at what these things do, because have some heroic offense. Oh! You're probably gonna die, so... heal him, please.
As you say.
Now
you fall! Quickly, we must fight!
Off I go.
Quickly, we must fight! If we must fight, quickly!
what does that do? Herbalism. Herbalism's not useful! Alright now!
Careful!
Oh, no, 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 no. Ow!
It is begun.
No, 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 no! Leave me be! No, 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 no! Leave me be! Now is not the time to go looking at barrels! Now's the time to die! I'm not very good at this. Okay. It auto-saved when I got up there, didn't it? Please. Do I still not have lyrium in my quick bar? What the hell does lyrium do? Let's have a look. Where would it be? Other. Lyrium. Restores a portion of the user's mana. Haven't actually been running out of mana as quickly as I've been running out of health, but you know what, I'll put it there anyway. Freeze that bastard. No, no, no! Oh, shock you! That's...
A bit more die.
Well... It's going a bit better so far. People are still alive. Well, only one's dead. Okay, I am running out of mana, aren't I? He died. He died a bit. Can you not, please? What?
Very well. This is too much.
Okay. So this is how it's going to pan out, is it? Can I revive my companions? I don't know, can I? How do you do that? To be honest, I'm actually quite appreciating my current tactic. It seems to be working. Slowly? It would help if Manawydan had a sense of urgency.
Very well.
Ah, that didn't work. Ow!
Very well.
Well, this is a thrilling combat. From the perspective of I could die at any second, rather than it's actually entertaining to watch, but, you know. Boom!
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly.
What do we do now?
I shall do it.
Late.
The beacon is... where? Where? There. There's the beacon. Oh. Yeah, pretty much just soloed a goddamn ogre. Because the warriors died.
The retreat.
What about the king? Should we not?
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Well, he's a dickhead. Relatively well considering. Oh! Freeze it! Freeze it! Freeze it! Trust me, it works. was largely unnecessary. See, had I known you could do climb as an attack button. So, yeah, beacon's lit. Did our job. Well. Oh, come on! The Dwarven Kingdom once encompassed 12 great thikes that spread across the Thedas, joined by the underground deep roads. Only two remain, Orzammar and Kalshrok.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
Yeah. Where am I?
Back in the wilds, of course. I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and
Made
I
a bit
have
of an
just
impression.
bandaged your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
Ooh. Okay. So what happened to the army and the king?
The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned
Dickhead.
were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Ow! Cat. You mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes.
Sounds about right.
He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Why does she want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Okay. Ask her some more questions.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Yeah, how did she manage to rescue us? Because, that was a lot of darkspawn.
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Sure. I mean, that's perfectly reasonable, isn't it? Giant bird. One in each talon. Sure. What's next? Are we safe?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Did Nameless Guard 1 and Nameless Guard 2 get out?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Ah. Any other survivors wasn't just about the tower. Shit. What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
No.
Suit yourself.
Okay. Why is Turn a dick?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
And why is she
I
saying this?
wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Thanks. box.
I am only being practical. I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
What's in that
I
box?
shall do it.
Boxes. So, at least he's not dead.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
Yeah, everything's fine.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
So did I when I saw the arrow coming out of the back of her chest. You know, I thought, that's, the kind of wound usually referred to as mortal. Ugh. I'm not. Thanks to Morrigan's mother, apparently.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
We don't know your
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Can't complain about a bit of magic. So, why did you say this? Because,
Well,
that's worth
we
knowing.
cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Both of us. Well, oh, it's not changed. It's just got a bit more difficult.
But we were fighting the Dark Spawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Yeah, last time they said Archdemon, they also said dragon. So, what is
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
So, what it actually is a believe it or not thing, and she doesn't seem to care much for believing or otherwise, so... Okay. Just that it's powerful, okay. Well, you're pretty powerful. Want to help us fight?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds.
Yeah, we believe that.
I know
When you say
nothing
this
of
with the whole
blights
army.
and darkspawn.
Well, whatever
Except that this
Loghain's
one was worse than
insanity, he
expected.
obviously thinks the Dark Spawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
And you think he'd believe us over the turn?
I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Loghain was also apparently an honourable man.
The Owl would never do what Tairn Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn Horde by himself.
Okay. Oh, rest of the Grey Wardens. We're not all dead. It's great. There's more than 2 of us.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Dwarves, elves, mages are obligated. Humans can just sort of hunker down and take 5. That sounds quite right. Anyway. But, yeah, why not? Let's build an army.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I've already been through the sodding joining. Don't suppose you could offer any more help?
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Yep. Well played, yeah. Great
Have
plan.
I no say in this?
No.
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Just, I save your life, you take away my sodding daughter. Excellent plan. Was this your plan all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not
can play
to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point
We good?
taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be
You're
ready.
not even dressed.
Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Yep. Understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Yeah. Speak your mind.
You will
After, yeah.
regret saying that.
Dear,
Right, she's
sweet
bubsy.
mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or 2 afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Alistair approves. A little. Anyway, let's get on. with this
Farewell,
show.
Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Well, they're a pretty intense family. And why did we load in with Morrigan injured? New quests. New quests. What are they? Broken Circle. Circle of Magi is a group of powerful mages, or magi if you will. If you could enlist their help, they'll provide formidable help against the dogs. They will prove formidable against the Darkspawn. Circle Tower is situated on Lake Calenhad. Mages have proved useful so far. Kiting an ogre around a tower. Nature of the beast. Gain the cooperation of the Dalish clans. Wondering Dalish elves have brought together a force to be reckoned with. While they remain suspicious of outsiders, they may still honour the old Grey Warden treaties. Go to the Dalish elves and seek to find their help in the Blight. Okay. Paragon of Erkind gained Orzamar's aid in battling the Blight. He travelled deep underground to the fabled dwarven city of Orzammar to earn the trust of king and dwarven troops for your army. And Eamon also thinks you should seek out the help of Eamon Guerin. Guerin? The Earl of Redcliffe. Earl Eamon is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in the Landsmead. Alistair believes that he will certainly aid you once he learns about Logain's betrayal. Yeah, unless Logain gets there first. Right. Well, let's deal with the Arl first. The Arl, not the Jarl. That's an impressive construction. Like, Blasting, this is so strange, you don't strafe. I don't understand it. Like, how you get to that bit, it implies that you have to crawl through something there to actually get between the two. But, what the hell? Take 3 steps and the game saves. Okay. Gather your party and venture forth. You look forward to my return. What return? Retire? Retire! My retire. You look forward to my retire. Okay. Okay. Well, there only appears to be one option, so let's go there.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly.
Including the king, you dick.
There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Yes, it's publicly known that that's been.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Then we need a bot.
Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Okay, that's interesting family tree. Or family connection. Doggo! Good doggo? Good doggo. Doggo! We have a doggo. Oh, there's something sparkling there. Oh. Bad doggo, you've gone to Darkspawn. AoE attacks when they're gathered. They're great.
Shall we give it?
Alistair, where are you? There you are.
I shall.
I'm trying to heal you, Alistair, but I can't see you. Okay, that was Plep, 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 plep. Okay.
Get off!
It wags his tail happily and pants. Darkspawn didn't hurt you, boy, did they?
I think he was out there looking for you.
You got better
He's
quickly.
chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now?
That's what we asked you, Mum.
Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Yeah. Always wanted a dog like this. Happy bark. Okay. I'm handing this over to you. Ironbork or Barkspawn? I think it's going to have to be Barkspawn. Barkspawn. Hey, has ally. Demonic poison. That's fun. One of your party members has begun to genuinely like you and respect your leadership. That's not right. As you improve your relationship with party members, head back to camp and speak with them. They'll be much more willing to open up when they don't have to worry about death around every corner. And you'll need to talk to them, or if you want to continue to improve your relationship, instruct your party members to approval ratings using the orange bar at the bottom of their character records. Here. Keep doing this. Give me here. Have this happen, and then pause and move on instantly. Bit strange. Well, you look oddly.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
Fuck you.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, he's as bright as a rock at the bottom of a well.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right.
Yes.
We get to
Temporarily,
ransack
you
your
have
corpse
skulls.
then. Those are the rules.
You really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But are them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a
Really
point.
hate that guy.
Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
You know, the Grey Wardens could use a donation.
You don't say.
They is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today. Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering and all that.
Codex. What have I just picked up? Where is it? No. Where is it? I just picked up a thingy. Items. No. Notes. Oh. Quest related? Picture of questions. No, really. Where is it? I just picked up a note and it's not there.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
That conversation seemed to come out of nowhere to me. So, what do you
His
want to talk
navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Treaties. We've got them.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
No.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Okay. Well, then we need to go.
I can give you directions if you like.
Be handy. What will Logain be?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Dalish elves, Dales, I suppose.
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
Dwarves, I'm going to assume underground, just down.
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
And Eamon's home?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Okay. Yeah. Life of being bossed around by the Chantry. Kind of expecting the Circle of Magi will just try and do what the Chantry says.
Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first Enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tairn Logain might have to say about it.
Okay.
Then you have a plan.
Plan. Yeah. Don't use that word. Any way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Best start
Let's
walking.
head into the village whenever you're ready.
Okay. And I've been told to speak to everyone, literally everyone. If there are chickens, I need to talk to the chickens. Speaking to everyone must happen.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Where can we go? This is no better than what we left.
It's significantly less on fire.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
It is begun.
That's a very ominous way to pick leaves. I'm really
Who are
wishing
you?
I'd
Can you protect us?
completely slaughtered all of those bandits.
What will happen to us now that the king is dead?
Democracy?
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
What are you got against elves, dickhead?
I don't know you. Why shouldn't I have something against you? We've got enough strangers overrunning us. Nothing but trouble.
I've got you a bit of slack and just ask you some
Can't promise I'm going to answer them.
Okay.
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
Me favourite. Okay. What about the bandits?
Best thing that's happened to Lothering. Bandits will keep the rabble out, if Sir Bryant and his lot won't.
I slightly want to bash your brains out with a rusty pitchfork.
Don't let me stop you.
Dickhead.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
Who are you? Can you protect us?
Oh, I can't talk to the chicken. After specifically saying I needed to talk to the chicken. It looks like I'm getting loopy.
Just how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say? Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know.
Is Morrigan
Hey,
going to
hey
rise to
now!
that?
Oh, there's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy?
That's what you hope.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be
Ignorance is
safe.
bliss, isn't it? That's what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
That explains so much.
Who are you? Can you protect us?
Probably not.
I hear those bandits are back again. Why don't the Templars kill them?
You know what, Templar? I think that sounds like an idea. Okay, let's do that.
Oh, back, are you? I thought we settled things nice and amicably with you wardens.
Now, cleaning you out.
Let's collect that bounty then.
Oh, really? Good luck.
Very well.
Where's Alistair? I can't see where you've got to. There you are. Because you need healing in your soul.
Here's yours.
That went great. I don't know what you're talking about. That was absolutely fine. Exactly what I wanted.
All right, we surrender.
Didn't you die?
We're just trying to get by before the dog spawn get us all.
Fuck off.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
You apologise. Nah, I see dead refugees.
I'm not going down without a fight.
I noticed.
Yes.
I'm good. For fuck's sake, I was just trying to get out of the way.
As you wish. Another point. On it.
Well, now we're done. Mate. You're as tanky as a Ming Dynasty vase. Now let's see what the farmer thinks of the bandits.
Hey, what's on now?
Oh, can't ask him about them.
Don't let me stop you.
No, I don't have foreman letting people stop me.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found.
I know your voice.
Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you know about the bandits?
Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Questions first.
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for Darkspawn. Please ask someone in town. No offense.
Okay. Who's in charge?
The band has marched north with Terran Loghain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Is it worth me going back for that loot up there? Boxes. That's refugees.
Ah, look how they moan and wail and gnash their teeth. It is sad to watch how helplessly they scurry about.
I don't like this. Have you seen my mother?
It depends who she is.
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
I'm sorry, Bambi. Let's assume you have a father.
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Why can't I look for his mother without taking the child into danger? Because let's not pretend. That's not a place there's not going to be danger. Or a dead mother. Either way, today is not Bambi's day.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Okay, let's go to the Chantry.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf?
Was it the ears? Oh, that's actually an option. Yeah.
Father says elves aren't very nice,
Father's
but
a
you're
dick.
nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
Greenstone. Excellent. Well, let's search the rubble. It's not survivors, but it's something.
have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. It warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Fuck you. How would I want to help?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Oh, you fucking not. That's far politer than the option I'm looking for, but don't you think you're being unscrupulous? It's as close as I can get to... Get the fuck off.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore.
Want to know what happened to them?
Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Lower your prices. Or lose your goods.
Maker's breath. Sometimes it's truly not worth operating this far south.
Just charge what you would have before this tragedy.
Fine, yes, just stop complaining. You're giving me a headache.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally.
Yep.
My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Doesn't appear to be a gag. Maybe dodge better, if being tanky isn't working for you. Hi John, what you missed regarding him saying profit was I told him he could stuff his profit up his arse. Let's see, what's that? Okay, I've still not properly got my head around how to use the tactics menu. So maybe I'll come to that later. What's this? Mages could take more damage from an attack before it interrupts their spellcasting. Sounds good. Let's go with combat training. And I get another spell rob. Oh. I can't actually get Tempest, so that's not a choice for me. Okay, that only works against magic. Magic hasn't done any properties. Walking bomb! Oh no, I did. I had this same reaction a week ago when I see the words walking bomb, didn't I? Okay, can I get out of 5? No, doesn't look it. No, because if I could get a B in here. There's a lot of people crying behind me. Let's go with Heroic Aura.
It shall be done.
Insufficient skill. Boxes.
Barbarian mace.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
What will happen to us now that the king is dead?
Press Oregon to pick locks. Oh, she's that kind of.
So be it.
Nah. Ain't Fifi.
I shall do it.
Ah, the chantry.
Bandits everywhere, but none have dropped a drink. Bandits everywhere, as transcribed on behalf of Sir Bright, Templar and Defender of the Faith. Okay. Know that those who prey upon refugees don't do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wooden roads, where the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only well-armed and well-trained parties should brave the deep wood, brave the success of any who undertake this mission. Is there a bounty? Residents of good standing and passing travellers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Brian's caution, lest you wind up another victim of these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children. Yeah, is that the same Maker who decided that the Darkspawn would be best here, instead of away? Because fuck that guy.
You bored?
Politely.
Yes, let us.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
And Dexy's Midnight Runners spoke unto Eileen, come on. Greetings.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's chanted Devons.
What's chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker.
Look at power of silence, but you still keep talking bollocks.
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
It's like only being able to communicate through a soundboard, but the soundboard is Bible verses. Okay. Chanter says what? Spy. already read the job board thing. Okay, you're a refugee. Have you got any loot to send
As
over?
if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Bye.
Your king is dead. The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Yeah, because you're a bed of roses, mate.
Darkspawn will feast on our flesh! Everyone will die! Your king is dead! There is no hope! You again! Can you all not smell the evil? This one is tainted!
Better tainted by blood than by fear.
Are you calling me a coward?
I'm calling you an idiot. Yeah, that sounds about right. I
have shamed my ancestors. But the blackness will come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
I wish calling people an idiot was that effective in real life. That'd be fantastic. There's always hope. It's not always right, but there's always hope.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
Well,
Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Shut up. I've got a lot of short bows, haven't I?
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
It shall be done.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Marin!
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
I look like a refugee. Ow. That 3 doesn't work, apparently. That's not a number. That's a number.
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Doing a grand job of it so far. You know about the bandits.
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian will appreciate that.
Yeah, drove them off. In charge.
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Concise, I'll give you that. Any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Loghain and his army busy marching on the retreating path.
Make her watch over you.
Strength increases the damage a character inflicts with physical attacks. It also increases a character's ability to hit enemies and wear heavy armor. But hey, give me time to read everything.
I hear those bandits are back again. Why don't the Templars kill them?
If they actually are, I'm gonna be pissed. Farmer.
There's word of
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother
no
too?
sign of the main horde.
Yeah.
In her office arranging for everyone to leave, I suppose. I don't think she's with anyone right now. I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway. If I'm lucky, I'll make it back to the farmhold by nightfall.
And if I won't, I'm going home in a castle.
We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
Grey Warden. I know it.
I see. I am Ser Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
Yeah, the least responsible party for the king's death is held responsible for his death.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
About them bandits.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
None more.
All of them? By yourself?
Well,
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
Our soldiers? Sure.
If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Can you offer soldiers?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Seems legit.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Yeah, you got some info?
If the matter is important, certainly.
Are there any non-important matters at the moment? Beyond, you know, the blight and the death of the king and everything.
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
Just stay quiet. You do know a mage.
As am I.
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
The only protection this place has.
Our ban was summoned by Tern Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned.
Okay, where's Mother?
In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate. Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Oh.
You, miss, what is your name? You seem quite odd to me.
You got a book.
You would not be the first to think so. But avert your eyes. I will not have you staring over long.
Best get used to it. I'll be watching you. We want no trouble here.
Well,
And when the Maker spoke,
It's terrible. So many come to Lothering, seeking refuge, only to find that we can offer little more than prayer. Does the Maker see our plight? Is he moved by this destruction? I apologize. The Maker's plan is too grand for me to fathom, especially at times like this. May the Maker watch over you.
let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
As you say.
Let him hear our unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
There will be no fighting in here. You've been warned.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
Sure.
Might I suggest 30 silver?
Seems reasonable.
Thank you, dear woman. What can I do for you, then?
Need a hand.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
So I've heard, but he's a dick.
Tairn Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else... I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else... May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Let all mankind be humble. Let all repeat the chant of life. Only the word.
Imperial Chantry.
Who cry out from the shadows be comforted.
Very well. From a
those
promise
who
they
seek
burned,
redemption
and
be
a
delivered.
god who has turned
Let
his
those
back
who
on
have
them not
sinned
once,
be
but
forgiven.
twice. What? I shall do it.
No, you won't.
And then shall the Maker return to us. And then shall the Maker
I'm
return
sorry,
to the
but I must
Black
prepare the
City in
Chantry's
heaven.
vestments before we
And
flee.
then
There is
shall
very
the
little
chant of
time.
light make it pure. Let all mankind be humble. Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
And when the Maker spoke, the chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word dispelled.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tairn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
I was hoping to talk to him.
Why is that, if I may ask?
Because exactly what you just said about Tairn Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tairn Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tairn has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit too suspicious.
The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Okay. Looks like we're going to be chasing these ashes. What do you know about them?
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Well, you have to stop with that bit.
Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon, and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
About that.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
On the plus side, the killers are dead.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. My mission takes priority, but I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Yeah, those don't look like your reading gloves.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
So, Dickon Chief's got both his king and the son-in-law killed. His son-in-law and the king. That makes more sense. In one fell swoop, which is a real dick move. And declared us regicidal maniacs. I've had better days.
Pure. Let all mankind be humbled. Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word dispelled clear and
That's partly why I was running around with Tab on before. See, name popped up. Are you sure I'm missing her? There's a bookshelf.
All corners of the world, let it rise at last.
As you say.
Let him hear our unwavering faith. Let him hear.
That's a lot of unread codices. It's not the time to do some reading. I will read them, but if I read them out on stream, that would be a whole stream in itself. I don't know why that just scrolled down, but it did.
Our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
And then shall the Maker return to us. And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven. And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humbled. Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
And when the Maker spoke,
sure I'm missing the light.
I almost feel sorry for the Kunari locked in that cage. It won't be able to defend itself from the Darkspawn.
What? What? Do you want to go over that bit again? Canary locked in a cage, Darkspawn. That's... Is it just me, or are humans in this setting dicks? Tavern, I'm told. Tavern I go.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Helpful refugee. That's a nice thing to be able to see in existence.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
Why so full?
Same reason the chantry's full, packed with people who fled their homes. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. And those soldiers are getting restless. They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the King's army.
You seem unhappy. Let's investigate this, right? You're a refugee who can't get into the pub because it's standing room only and full of drunken soldiers who are willing to kill people. The chantry's full, you're about to be evacuated out here, and the entire world's being killed by Darkspawn. You don't seem too chipper.
Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organise. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it? It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
A nice guy. For once. Minor.
We're planning on running that mine until the last minute. Fella runs orders.
They're pressing anyone who can hold a sword into service.
Terran wants a new army, but is it to fight them Darkspawn or those nobles shouting against them? Best be careful. Darkspawn are coming.
As
Very well.
say, it's winter. Ice.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Red.
Elder? Isn't Allison? Is it
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Barlin has poison traps?
He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric. None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
So, is there anywhere that actually counts as a camp that I can use to get rid of this cracked skull? Because, you know, I really think a night on a Lila will do me head a world of good. Well played, game. I'll take your helmet and I'll take your fucking hint. Pile of filth. Miriam.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
How we could help you?
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Herbalism. Herbalism. Without a pringle in my throat.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Okay.
It is begun.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supply. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
You do not seem a refugee. Were you part of the army?
The forest failed to protect us. Our gods deserted us. There's no protection here either.
Shokke basit isra. Rit mera de twasit. Abana kyun. Maras shokra. Ananne sam kyun. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
Why the hell are you in there?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Nice to meet you.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate. No doubt. What help do you seek?
Well, defending against the Blight.
The Blight? You a Grey Warden, then?
Yep.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Dick. What the mother? Free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
So upstairs.
So how is it that Terran Logain's...
Sorry. If you're watching this back on YouTube, a lot of what I say is going to make no sense because I'm talking to Twitch
Well,
chat, so...
look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen one?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Your blood all over you. And what makes you think we're traitors?
Tern Logain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill the sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
They're still alive? I mean, you've got a lot of blood on you, but they've still got some left. Yeah, Grey Wardens didn't betray him. Logain did.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
Yeah, a trap. Which he set. Them to die.
The Wardens led the king to his death. The turn could do nothing.
Take a message.
What do you want to tell him?
The Grey Wardens don't really have.
I'll tell him. Right away. Now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
Impressive fighting for sister.
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Sure. That's fairly blunt to the point. Sure, we need help.
That and the Maker wants me to go with you.
Okay, so... I believe this is where I back away slowly. No, just... Yeah.
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Don't put much trust in dreams, right? Last night, I had a dream I was in the water temple in Ocarina of Time, right? Suddenly, felt very ill. Then someone I know through Morris dancing was the one to heal me, which I trusted perfectly on account of him being a paladin. Or doctor. At this point in the dream, the two things were the same thing, and I knew he was that on account of him having long hair. Don't trust dreams. I ain't gonna turn away help.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance.
It wasn't even cracked.
I will not let you down.
Parkspawn.
Blast and damnation.
Indeed.
That's slightly better market balance. One of each now. And a dog. And Morrigan just... No, seriously, how do I get rid of this cracked skull? Oh,
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. Whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Dealt with him.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Let's see what you got. Injury kits. Yes. I'm not going to use that. Well, they are, I might actually make use of them if I figure out how to use it anyway. As for that lot, I have no idea. Weapons. That's expensive, but I should check what Liliana has first. Sword. That dagger is identical to... Oh, no. Enchanted dagger is what she's got equipped. Hello, now. You know what? Have two! That makes sense. Have armor. Can you chainmail? Chainmail. Leather boots are better than chainmail boots. You do most of the tanking, so the helmet. I have a second weapon set. Okay. Plus 4. I'm just gonna. Instead of right, got you. Ah, I see how this works. Right. That it does a bit. I need to deal with a cracked skull at some point.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Bards. Fucking bards or...
I just play what the innkeep asks. We need his coin to travel north.
Oh, boring kind of bad. Hold on, what the hell is this? That is not a practical musical instrument. That That wasn't until I stood on it. No, what the hell? That doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. I've designed this instrument. I don't like it. What is it? Stop digging.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Right, so... how much to compare the other bows? Let's compare it with... that's better. It's also better than the elven one. Let's do damage feed darkspawn. Oh, that sounds useful to have on it. What does this do? It does expensive. You know this? You just tagged the stream account. Okay, so they just sell for money. You've got a name, that probably makes you important.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
That is a massive bottle. I like your approach to a crisis. Sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denial. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
What do you know about the stem?
That monster killed 3 families, torn them up like a beast. The cage is too good for him. But it's the Chantry's idea of mercy. Luck speed your way.
It is begun.
Allow me. I could do that for you. Yes, of course.
Darkspawn, please move. Thank you. Ooh.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
Fine. That's an interesting title.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about. I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens. Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Okay. To highlight all the interactive characters and objects around you, press tab. To take a screenshot, press print screen. You can view and upload screenshots from the profile screen.
Got a cousin in the Templars. He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Callanhard are all turning into demons.
They always say that, though.
Well, this time it's true. They're not sure what to do about it yet, he says.
What's to do? I thought you killed them.
Easier said than done.
I have been setting down in ink the tales of our exploits, and I have been thinking about ways to describe you. You are unlike any animal I have ever met, almost human in your intelligence and understanding. So, let me see. You're loyal, yes? That one is obvious. Very, very clever. This is also obvious. You are terrifying when you have to be, but gentle and sweet as a dove at other times. And you are also playful. Sometimes gluttonous. No? What is all this begging for food scraps then? Well, all right. You're not gluttonous. You're just a lover of fine foods. How's that?
Okay. Is Barkspawn Leliana shipping happening now? Because I don't like it. Where the hell did that conversation come from anyway? 'Cause I just met you, dog. I'd like to write about our exploits together. For a moment, I thought we'd got black screen. Well, everyone's frosty. That's interesting. That was worrying. So far, I've streamed 2 evenings.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
Yeah, that Canary. 3 families?
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
You sure?
He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger.
Might have a use for it.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
Into my custody?
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Now to ask Sen about this thing, because that doesn't sound right. What with this being a recruitable character? It's like, generally there's not much reason to doubt it, but the fact that This is a guy you could recruit. That doesn't sound right. If this crashes.
You're such a handsome dog. I think that every time I look at you. Lady Cecily, I lived with her after my mother died, had a dog. A small one bred to fit under the arm and in the lap. What did you name it? Oh, yes, Bonbon. Oh, Bonbon was a terror. He would hide, you know, when he saw you coming. And then he would attack your ankles. Rather...
You wish something more of me?
Everyone's so interested in the dog. Everyone talks to the dog whenever I go anywhere. Okay, so what do you do in your own words?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
Who did you kill?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Okay, that's horrible.
I agree.
Capturing me must have been hard.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
And why didn't you resist?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. 20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most. Compared to your kind, maybe.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Yeah, that just...
You wish something more of me?
I have a key.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. Perhaps we have different ideas of freedom.
An atone.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Good to have you.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Now I'll keep going with the party I roughly know. Don't know stun where to say. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some plants, shall we? Okay, that hasn't marked anything on the... Look, let's head out to the north. Ooh, these plants.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Should know better than to try to open any boxes.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Nope.
More enemies ahead!
Hope that's okay.
Well, that was outright regrettable. Oh, was that? What spells have I got? Let me see spells. You don't.
I shall do it.
Try while you can. That's all it is then. Enough! Now we do battle! Alright, battle
Stop spawn! No.
It is begun. It shall be done.
Watch out!
It shall be done.
I will not fail.
I shall do it.
That could have gone better.
I need healing!
Oh yeah. You still
I am armed.
You're up. Where is it? Where are you? Is that you? Where's spotted. Ah, there you are. Good to have some more range, honestly. I thought they'd automatically switch, to be honest. I need to deal with my broken skull. I'm supposed to find a camp to rest, but I have no idea where there's any camp.
Away with your foul creatures! Leave us alone!
This is gonna go well.
Careful!
Don't get yourself.
Okay. You now. Oh no, you don't. And back.
Well, Liana just died. Begin the kite. Ow. Oh, come on, I drank a health poultice and everything. Done.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
I don't actually know how to use the tactical screen yet. I do need to look into that. But I had a look at it and just sort of went, well, not sure what this is doing. Oh.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Mind if I ask why you called your son Sandal? Would you want to travel with Grey Wardens?
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
They are dwarves, right? I thought dwarves in this had American accents. You, Ellis, should not live with this thief. It could please me if you found life servant. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. But seriously, I've got a cracked skull. What do I do about this? And Liliana's deafened, which won't help matters. Doggo's got a torn jugular.
Here.
Alistair's got a wrenched limb. And oh, I've got a wrenched limb as well. do we rest? Seriously, where the hell do we... Can I move this map, please? I can't see. Level 6, and I haven't rested ever. Really? Where do you just sleep? I'm gonna try and grab you. Hope for best.
Very well.
Well, you can't fast travel while over encumbered with being in a building. Finish the area, then leave.
I've got a cousin in the temple.
I mean, I can't rest until I've done these quests. That's, What's this? What's that?
Lars, he says the mages in the tower out on Lake Callanhod are all turning into demons.
I always say that, though.
Well, this is true. You're not sure what to do about it.
Really? Can I just... not be dying? Because this amount of injuries
So,
is
let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Really, I just need to rest. I think at this point, it's 10. That's 10. So, plans to run till 11. I'm gonna...
It's the Maker's punishment.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I didn't redo this dialogue after the crash.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house. Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have. Luck speed your way.
Should go out to the dwarves. They're safe from all these darkspawn, I bet. Living underground.
The dwarves, they're safe from the darkspawn. You know, the
I
ones
have
who are
been
left.
setting down in ink the tales of our exploits, and I have been thinking about ways to describe you. You are unlike any animal I have ever met. Almost human in your intelligence and understanding. So, let me see. You're loyal, yes?
Don't ship it. Just don't.
Right away.
Or you could go that way around, yeah. We have an injury kit. No lesser injury kits. An injury kit. And the only option is to use the injury kit. Or up to 3 injuries. Well, we've got 1 each except for Manawadan, who's got 3. Alright, this just becomes ridiculous quickly. How are you supposed to actually deal with this?
I shall do it.
I don't actually understand how you're supposed to deal with the amount of injuries you get when you can't go and heal them up. Just leave and heal. Because, like, honestly, not missing anything, that's literally what you're going to do. Either use up all your health kits, or just, you know, die. Can leave via the highway. Okay, so essentially I can go out this way, but might not be able to return here. I think I've spoken to every unique NPC there, so I could buy more, but after the crash, when I went back to talk to him, he didn't have more. That's a specific area transition. Can I, is it that way that I'd have to do? Suckers. Okay. Where is the note I'm supposed to be? I love the Twitch chat today. I'm on the opposite side of the map by the time you tell me. No, it's where you work.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? I could have mentioned to wipe your ass after you squat, too. Figured you'd piece that together on your own, though. This will help many people.
That was unnecessary.
You're a good sort, you know.
Okay, Chapter's Board, which is 2 groups of bandits north of Waterloo. Dragon Age Origins has stopped working. Anyone remember when I last saved? Why is this so fucking unstable? Maybe I saved before I had quite so many injuries. I don't know. I'm going to try booting it up again, see how far behind I am. Okay. As John said, it saved when I got there. So, let's switch you to your ranged loadout. Give you some ice arrows. Deal with these bastards over there. Vault moves so slow.
Make a preserver. Back.
That looks like another injury.
Defend yourself!
Job's a good one. No more major injuries sustained. Cage is still purple. Okay.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Yep.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
One bandit group remains. So, plan is deal with this group of bandits.
It is begun.
The bolt moves so slowly that they're not grouped while they're trying to There's Alistair. There you are. That's still charging up. Alistair! Stop dying! He doesn't listen. Oh!
Away with you! Quickly, we must...
That's a good question. How are you doing for injuries? You got another one. Excellent. One thing that I will do between streams is get some tactics set up so that they will automatically use pointers when they get to low health. Because
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Nah. Nah. I ain't bears. You heard it here first. I am not bears. Not even bears.
So,
when you use an offensive single target spell talent,
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
I didn't do this again after the crash.
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
And this game is unstable enough that that is a regular thing I have to consider.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Excellent.
It shall be done.
What's to be done? What can we do?
Yes?
Yeah.
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Now, here's where I go full-on nerd. The name suggests it's not related to a river, but related to a marsh. As in, Ing is an old name for a marsh. But that's just me. Okay.
Yes? Well, here I am.
This vision of yours, is it more reliable than my dreams?
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
That sounds like the
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
Blight is the Maker's punishment. Is that a normal perspective on it, or a particularly... Like, is this some lore that's in one of the journals I need to read? Or... Well, same reason I'm here.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
Just keep your head down, that's what. And your wits about you.
So it is what I was talking about earlier about how the Maker sent the Darkspawn back. Okay. Yeah, that is a pretty much a dick move on the Maker's part. There's no sprint button, there's no jump button. There is only a light jump. Haven't I already handed that one in? I won't fight the bear when my party has more injuries than members, is the thing. haven't done the other what's? The other things on the channel. I get dreams too.
Bad dreams, huh?
That seemed unnecessary.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them.
With my eyes.
The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
That's the dragon. Given the conversation with King. You know, the one who got brought.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprise I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Ah, I'm uninjured. Who are you? That's Sandal. Okay, he's at camp with us. Who are you? You dragon. I don't know that name. Thought that was Steph. Bugs for. Take it the one with the nonsensical music instrument outside its Lily Armor. Thing. Put some Morrigan-esque. Unless that's yeah, it is. Not content with a normal tent. Content. Yeah. No. Who are you?
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Sounds reasonable.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
All of them. Okay, both. On this thread, that's 21. That was necessary.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
When are we done? When are we done? Even when are we done? No.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled. My family, well, past a bit checkered, to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles. And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Okay, what's the favour?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Never heard of it.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
And why didn't
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Kaelin. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Yeah, I'll help.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Why are we stopping? There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
You all right? You were in a cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You in the army?
I am.
Okay.
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
Seems fair. Why soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Okay.
As you wish.
He's not going to talk about the whole murder situation. Right. That seems a relatively good point to leave off for tonight, before it crashes again.